You also have Denver Mullins. Those guys, like, really, they brought it. I'm talking about even as kids. So they made me really intrigued about being that young and wanting to serve God when all the other kids were actually, like, enjoying teenage years and stuff like that. So I kind of was tossed in between because I still had a little street in me.
Okay.
But I really wanted to maintain that relationship with Christ. So I worked on the two.
Okay.
I was kind of wishy-washy.
Okay. Okay. All righty. Now, what was your first paid job, if you can remember?
I started singing in weddings for friends, and I've always been a kind of passionate person, so I actually just whatever they offered, I took before I realized it was a business. So I started out, doing weddings, and once I started seeing the money, it's, man, I could do this right here.
You can get your coins. Okay. Now, tell us how many CDs you have out that you've done.
Well, I started out
and the names.
I started out with my manager, Michael Miller.
Okay.
We did a song, a CD together back in 2004. It was kind of local.
You were singing too?
Yes.
So you can sing too?
You
do something. Okay. All right.
Yeah, he actually introduced me to it, and he had all the local hooks up. He had the music. He had pretty much everything. So really, all I had to do was just sing.
Okay.
And he did all of the writing and all of that, and that was back in 2004. And the CD was entitled "Sing Praises." And we really, it took root, and it just made me hungry. And I think now we did about 3 CDs all together. Okay. Because we did 2 gospel and 1 secular. Okay. The last one being gospel because I made up my mind now that is God gets the glory. Okay.
Okay. Alrighty then. Now, tell us where we can get your CD, all your CDs.
Okay, well, the one that I've just recently done is called The Spirit versus the Flesh.
Okay.
And I wrote about 99% of the CD because it was my first experience of wanting God to use me in that kind of way. And I feel like the biggest battle, when you grow up in the church, you grow up feeling, that you're actually fighting against the world.
Right.
Throughout life, I've learned that our biggest battle is with ourselves. And so that's why I entitled the CD, The Spirit versus the Flesh, because my battle now is with myself, and I am my own hindrance, yet my own help at the same time. So now you can purchase my CD. I do have hard copies, but you can get it on Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, and it's pretty much out there for the world to hear.
Okay, what about Apple Music?
I know it's on iTunes.
Okay. Because, I got the Apple Music thing, so I'm like, okay, what about Apple Music? Okay, well, I guess
if it's not on there, we'll do our best to get it on there.
Okay. I might have to just get the hard copy. But let's go back to what you said about that we are our own hindrance as well as our own help. I just had to say, preach that. That is right on point.
Really growing up in the church, a lot of times people are condemned by actually just living life, when in actuality, you know what I'm saying, we serve a sovereign God. And there's so many people that are really not into the church because they feel they have to live a perfect life in order to maintain a relationship with God. But if you read your Bible, you'll see that everyone that God used had issues, had problems. And so God is really trying to draw us to Him, and He's doing it through each other. There's only one way to show Christ to the world. And you got so many people that really don't maintain a relationship because they feel so condemned. And so I want to be transparent in letting the world know that even in my relationship, I struggle every day. But it's the closer walk each and every day through the wisdom of what I've learned throughout the life. And so I've learned that I am my biggest hindrance, yet I am my biggest help. Because the Bible says that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me.
Correct.
So I enjoy just maintaining a great relationship with God, even when I fall short.
Exactly. And the thing is, if when you fall short, He's right there. Because sometimes someone tried to condemn Donnell Kirkland when he said, "We fall down, but we get up," and a saint is just a sinner who fell down.
Hello.
Okay. And so they were saying that he's, that the saint is a sinner who fell down, and we have to realize that we have faults, but by God's grace,
His grace,
and mercy, that we are, that we stay in that good relationship with Him, and the good relationship doesn't mean being perfect.
It does not.
Exactly. Okay. Okay. All right. I believe we got a call in from Reverend Tolliver. We're doing wonderful.
We're doing great.
How you doing?
Okay. Okay, I do have a CD that is out now. Again, it's on Amazon, it's on iTunes, it's on Spotify. But not only that, I have the hard copy where you can come by my job, which is She's a Hottie Hair Salon. That's at 533B Silver Slipper Lane. That's in Tallahassee behind the Staples off of North Monroe. But I do events all the time, and I'm always having CDs with me. But I actually I just want the word out because, again, it's for everyone to hear. And, again, locally, like I said, you can find it on those different websites. And it's always available. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Reverend Tolliver. Okay. We also, I say this event for Michael to talk about. But we see that you a lot of times I see you doing events with Michael and he does comedy.
Right.
But before we go there, let's talk about doing this hair. You see me, right?
Yes.
You see the rain. I took my time and did something this morning.
But it still looks good.
Oh, thank you. I really appreciate it. I love a black man that compliments a black woman. Okay, but tell us about you doing hair. How did you get into that?
Well, this is so strange. I remember when I was in school, I would always draw pictures with different hairstyles on it, but I didn't really, entertain it much at all. But back in 1997,
okay,
I had my first daughter,
mm-hmm.
and I was working at Superlube doing the oil.
Okay.
And the day I came home of having a daughter, I had a new girlfriend, and I found out that I was expecting another child also.
Okay.
So I realized Superlube wasn't going to do it anymore. So I went to work that day, and I made up my mind that there was something else for me to do when the oil burnt my arm and my neck.
Yeah.
And so I left to go to TCC. And when I went out to Lively, which was TCC's Connected, they were having a career fair day.
Okay.
And on that particular day, there was a guy by the name of, which was a hair legend locally, Mr. Curtis Miller.
Okay.
He was there, and he was speaking for the cosmetologist. And I actually was walking past the table because I had made up in my mind that I was going to actually work on computers because that's when the computer fair that came out.
Right.
Well, he told me he knew me, and I disputed him down that he did not. And when he called me by name, he called my mom's name. He says, "Your mom named Kathy." And once he did that, he was like, "You should think about doing that." I said, "No, I don't want to do that because most men kind of flaky that do that." He said, "Well, I made $40,000 my first year. I said, well, tell me where to sign up.
Oh, okay.
And that's how I got into here. I never would have thought in a million years. But once I got into the field, God showed me it was a way to show the world who I am through art. And so it opened up from there.
Okay, because you do an excellent job, and the clientele, you got to get in there. And the thing I like about him, he has no problem with getting up early.
I like the money. You know, when you have 7 kids between you and your wife, you know, hey, support is what you must do. Yeah, you got to go get your coins. Now tell me, how did you meet Mr. Miller? Well, Mr. Michael Miller actually started dating my cousin.
Oh.
And this guy was like, I hate to say it, but I have to say it. He was a real man, the way he cared for my cousin. And then with the experience of him knowing music like he did, I was like, you know what, Lord, if this is a route that you would have me to take, I'm going to latch hold. And he's been like a brother. Okay. Our relationship is very much so that sometimes I feel closer to him than my brothers.
Okay, because just the amount of time that I've interacted with Mr. Miller, it has been a pleasant experience. I called you and I told you what I needed to do the media release, and next thing I know, it was there. I like it when people jump right on handling things that need to be handled. And Mr. Miller, when did you realize there was the talent?
When he first saw him. When I first heard that voice, I said, you got a manager? And he said, no. I said, well, let me go ahead and be a manager, and I'm going to take care of things from on.
Okay.
And since then, I've been there.
All righty. That's what I like. A team that hangs in there together. Yes. Let me think. What else interesting? You got anything interesting you want to tell us that I may have missed?
Well, like I said, I'm very active in my church for a while. I've been under great leadership, so I thank God for that. You know, starting out with Chester Brown. He was my pastor for about 13 years, and he was a torch carrier. And for about a year and a half, we were without a pastor.
Yes.
But God has given us a new leader with a great vision. And I just want to shout him out for my growth in who I am, you know.
Great.
Because I'm under a great leader with great teaching, Pastor Lenoris McFadden. And he and his wife just had their 7th child about 5 days ago.
Welcome,
just
Jewel.
The world. And I mean, it's just a pleasure because I'm learning so much. And he's a natural worshiper. So that actually really motivates me the more.
Enhance
with my music, and he actually supports me.
Yes, because there was a song at his installation that Sunday, and was it Traveling Shoes? You and the deacon started, and you took it, and I told my husband, I said, now let me tell you, this is what you got to do. You got to get Donnell. He got to sing the song. He has to sing that song for my funeral. I say, so you got to find him. I'm going to make sure.
We're not going to talk about it.
I said, we got to keep his number. But yeah, that was a wonderful, I mean, you stepped right in and Deacon walked off and you took it, you picked it right up. And that's what a natural artist will do. They will come in and they will pitch in and take where it's a void. Okay, I need to come on and step in and finish this on off. And the thing is that Sunday, Reverend Pastor McFadden also supported you.
Yes.
He let everybody know the church was full, and he let them know, oh, we got a recording artist in the midst as a member, you know, and that's just his nature. He supports. And Tallahassee, I'm asking that you go to Amazon, iTunes, Spotify, and the name of your shop again?
She's a Hottie Hair Salon.
And, you know, support Donnell, because this is home. This is one of our very own artists that is you know, doing something very positive and has talent, God-given talent.
Also, I left out. You can also get them when I'm performing with the Tallahassee Nights Live crew. I'd like to give Mr. Darius Dockley Baker a shout out, who's Also in radio, I've learned a lot of professionalism through him also, and he's given me ample opportunities to show my talent to Tallahassee and our surrounding areas. So I don't leave out anybody that's actually supported me along this way, because I've learned so much from so many instrumental people.
Exactly. You have to remember all those that support you on your way up. And if they need, you bring them up with you. You reach back and you grab them and you pull them up with you. Now, does any of your children exhibit talent for the future?
Well, I'll say this.
Now, I love, before you start, your youngest son.
Yes.
I love the pictures.
Yeah, and he actually can sing very well.
Really?
But they said that I'm kind of mean, so many things that I like to do because they're good at it, but it's my thing. They'll say, well, that's my dad's thing.
Oh.
But I know it's going to grow. I'm just watching God birth it as it unfolds.
And as a parent, you have to protect them because the industry can be very, very
real,
cut biting.
It is.
So you have to protect them, and at the same time let them enjoy growing up being a child. Yeah. So when they become adults and they get out there, they say, "Oh, I played jacks before I was allowed to just be a child."
And that's what I'm learning now, because I realized I was more of a disciplinarian than a father, and was kind of pushing them away from it. So now I'm just letting it take its course.
Exactly. That's wonderful. So now we are going into the next 30 minutes, and we're going to focus. Can you give Mr. Miller the mic? We're going to focus on Mr. Miller. He needs. If you all will switch for me, and we'll start talking with Mr. Miller, and we've heard from the artist side. We've heard from the artist side, so we're going to go into the managerial side. That's the side that we always hear about, the manager and the production, the producer. You have to watch them and read your contract very carefully and see what read the fine print and stuff, because what was it? The New Edition story had just
real.
Yeah, and the when they found out they weren't getting much money, it's all about reading the contracts. And with me being a general contractor, I know about reading the contracts. They give us spec books that sometimes are 300 pages long, and I read every line. I highlight, I circle, because that's where the money is. Either you're going to lose money or you're going to make money. So you have to read the contracts and know what it say. But I see that you all have a great relationship. Now tell me a little bit about you, Mr. Miller.
Well, my name is Michael Miller. My wife is Tanisha Miller. Been married 11 years. And I got a baby named Michaela Miller. That's my heart right there. I'm originally from Miami, Florida.
The bottom.
Yeah, the bottom. Dade County. Nice, 110th Avenue. Went to Miami Community Senior High. And from there, graduated, went to FAMU, and got my 4-year degree. Then from there, like I said, Donnell Davis, like when I first heard him sing, that's what I asked him. I said, "Hey, you got a manager?" He said, "No." I said, "Well, let me go ahead and be your manager."
Okay.
And
now, what was your major at FAM?
Criminal justice.
Okay. Were you gonna lock them up or investigate them? Which one were you doing? What was your intent? Okay. So now you were saying you met Donnell and you all came to the consensus that you need to manage him. Now, what does a manager do?
Everything. It's hard work. If you don't want to learn what a manager is supposed to do, it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of reading, books. That's how I learned to be a manager. I read books, and I have a mentor that I could call on named Goon Hinton.
Okay.
Any advice that I need, I give him a call if I don't understand something. But he showed me all the ropes on how to be a manager, and like I said, I read books. And it's hard work. It's hard work when you're going through contracts
Right.
and stuff. You gotta read.
Right.
Cause they'll try to throw some
Tricks in there.
Well, yeah, they'll throw some trick questions in there.
Mm-hmm.
They confuse you and stuff. So, and I do have like an entertainment lawyer that I deal with. So,
Right.
if something that I don't understand, I will give him a call. I suggest to all the artists out there, if you're trying to do something, if you're trying to make people hear your music, make sure you have a manager that can read the contract.
Yes.
Or if you don't have a manager, go to entertainment lawyer. They can look over it for you. Make sure you know the example of what it is to have a copyright.
Okay.
Always get your song copyrighted.
Okay.
If anybody hear it, they can just go ahead and take it. And next thing you know, you hear your song on the radio.
Exactly.
And a lot of artists don't know that. They just go out and do these mixtapes.
Uh-huh.
And next thing you know, somebody they took their song.
Creating the beats and
create the beats. You ask them, hey, the song copyrighted? You got some people out there that actually your song copyrighted.
Mm-hmm.
And they'll go in and do some investigation too. To see if it's actually copyrighted.
Uh-huh.
So that's why I get advice when I have an artist or if I see any kids out there that's trying to do something that ask me for some advice. I give them the most advice I can give them, the best advice I can give them.
Mm-hmm.
And if I don't know the answer, I'm going to find out the answer.
Right.
But, and I love what I do.
Okay.
Man, when Donnell, sometimes he could be when he in the studio and stuff, but when it's all said and done, like I said, that's why we get along, because he always asks me for my advice. I'm like, what you think? What you think about this? Do I need to do some more vocals? And you got some artists that don't want to, they don't understand that. You know, it's hard work, but when you got somebody that's trying to explain to you how the music entertainment system is, it could be kind of stressful because you got some artists that don't want to listen. They want to do what they want to do.
Right. Does it help to have an ear for music?
Oh yeah. Always help to have an ear. Sometimes I would love, I have somebody to come in there, he don't know it, but when he's going there and do his recording, I have another ear to come in there. Mm-hmm. I had an engineer to listen to the song, then I have another ear in case if I don't hear it, are we good on this song, right?
Right.
And then I have Donnell to come in and listen to it, and it ain't. At the end of the day, he always trusts my advice, but I'm always gonna listen to him as the manager. Okay. That's my job, to be the protect, make sure everything is good to go. Make sure nobody ain't trying to go around the circle. But that's one thing I can say about him, because
you're saying
because that's one thing I say about them. When you got some people that's coming up asking you, hey, can I get you to do a song with me or anything like that? He'll always call me, Mike. I got this going on right here. And he always asks me for my advice. Right. And you got some people that try to come to him and try to, to be his manager. And then the first thing he'll say, hey, you got to go talk to my manager about it. Anything you want to know? Or if you need to book me or anything, call my manager. Because
when I got the email from you, I was like, okay, I like that, because he goes through the chain, and that let me know that there was organization there, and he respects your position. Because as a female in construction, I always have to make my position and my stance known. I have to sometimes go in there with 2 boots and say, no, it's not happening that way, because you went around me or over me, and at the end of the day, it's my signature and my license that's on the line here. So I like the fact that I got the email from you.
Anytime you come in, Mike, I need you to do this and that. Okay, where it need to be sent, give me the email, give me the phone number. Right. And then I call it to make sure, hey, did you get the email? So it's just little steps like that, to make it. As a manager, he shouldn't have to worry about that. Right. One thing he should have to do is, Mike, I need you to do this. That's all it takes is a phone call.
Right, exactly.
And that's what managers are supposed to do.
Right. Now, what is the difference between a manager and a producer?
Producers produce music.
They just strictly on the actual music side of things. Yeah. Okay. All right.
Executive producer is, what is me? I go in there and make sure you know, I go and purchase the tracks for them and stuff. That's what executive producer do. So I also do that too. I know his type of music. So and I'm not gonna go out there and purchase anything you know that don't fit his right there because I know him. You know, I know what type of. So when I hear it, I say, okay, let me hit again. That's his song. He like that type of music. So it's certain producers that I deal with. I only deal with a few.
Right.
Because they know his style. And that's a good thing when you always have a producer, you know, that knows your artist, that knows the type of music he like. When he's sleeping,
you working.
I'm sleeping, yeah, I'm working. When I'm sleeping, I know that producer working. Right. So that's what it's all good to have that energy in your circle. Right. You know, many people tell you I have a small circle. I don't have no big circle.
Small circles are good.
Oh yeah.
Small circles are very good. Because when you start getting a lot of hands in the pot, they mess up the recipe. Right. So you got you got so you know it's good to have that small circle and you know a lot of successful artists you don't find a large crew of people, a large entourage. The ones with the larger entourages are the ones that most of the time end up in trouble. They end up fighting and stuff like that. And it's good to have someone to watch out for you as the artist. Now, is Donnell your only artist?
Yes, he's my only artist, and I have dealt with a lot of people, groups. It's a lot of stress. It's stressful. I mean, you just have that artist that you know that you could call on, and or if he called to ask you about, you know, he's always asking me questions. You will know when a person comes and you say, hey, I want you to marry, and that's the first thing I ask him. Look, what are you doing? Are you trying to do something that impress your friends, or are you trying to go out there and make it? Right. You know, and a lot of artists, you know, they get big on with record labels. I have nothing against the record labels. Don't get me wrong, but they have a contract out there that's messing a lot of rappers, R&B, gospel. It's a lot of stuff that's into it, and they don't read it. And when they don't read it, and when they sign over their name, you done signed over your soul.
Exactly. So you're heavily involved in what they call branding. Right. I need me a brander as a I think we can do this as a female general contractor. I think that's something for us to think about. You know, the blank female general contractor. I need to be branded.
That's the man.
We're gonna have to talk after the show. but you know that's this aspect, the business side, I guess, because I'm more business minded, is something I've always been interested in. How does it work behind the scene? You see the artist, but how does it work behind the scenes? What gets that artist on the stage? What gets that artist to the recording studio? What helps that artist decide what song to sing? You know, even is my outfit looking right for this occasion? You know, and so I see that a lot of that falls on you.
Right. And you gotta have a press kit. That's what a press kit is. You get the artist photo. Okay. And I always tell a lot of artists that's going out there trying to do something, never put a lot of links on your video. You know, about 2 videos that you know that's gonna make them, that's gonna catch their eye. Okay. Put the bio in there. So, because they always have somebody on the other side that's gonna look at it. Okay, I got an email. Let me look on there. Okay, they got the bio. They got his picture. They got 2 links. All they gonna do is just click the button. That's the first thing they gonna see. The profile. How, you know, that something about that profile. Okay, let me go to the link. When they first hear his voice, we got to look more into this. Well, right. When we get into it, okay, now they can contact me. Right. So that's the business aspect of it, being a manager.
Now we see that there is an event that is going to be happening all night in white.
Yes.
Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay, tell us a little bit about the event.
Well, it's my comedy show that I do at Tony's Restaurant.
You say comedy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do comedy?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you funny?
Oh no, I'm the promoter.
You the promoter. Okay.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you were gonna be on stage.
He's the Russell Simmons.
Oh, okay. Well, Tallahassee, we got our own Russell Simmons. Florida, we got our own Russell
I
Simmons.
also travel with my show, and I also, if you any churches out there that want to have a comedy show at their church, get in contact with me.
Yeah, Christians love to laugh too.
Exactly.
Oh yeah.
God's people,
yeah.
laughter is a good thing. They said one muscle to make you smile. Okay. So now, as a promoter, what do you do?
Oh, it's a lot. It'll drain. If you're not prepared for it, it will drain you. So anytime I'm putting an event together, I always like to, pray first.
Yes.
And then from there, I like to write out my ideas, what the show gonna be about. I like to come up with a theme. And then, I just let God use me.
Exactly.
Because He gave me the gift.
So you got to use it. Exactly.
He said in the word, asking this shall be given unto you. He done gave me a gift and I'm using it. And that's why I came up with that CTYLO. God gave me that. That stands for come and get your laugh on.
Okay, great. So we have Mope Williams.
Yes, Smoke Williams from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay.
And we got
Marcus.
Marcus Combs from Chicago.
Okay, and we
We
have.
got comedian Spunky Robinson from Miami, Florida. And
Okay.
then I got my artist Donnell Davis.
Okay.
Tallahassee, on me now.
And who is DJ King Green?
DJ King Green, he's a local DJ here.
Okay.
Real good DJ. He's actually Donnell personal DJ. My personal DJ. Anytime I have my events, he's gonna do my event. Anytime Donnell has events, he'll come on and do Donnell events.
Okay.
DJ King Green, he's a real good DJ. He's been with me from day one. Since me and Donnell been day one, he's been right there by my side. And I call him up, he'll come on and what you need me to do.
Okay.
So it's a good thing about having your own personal DJ.
Okay.
You never know anytime. You never know when you're gonna get that call and say, "Hey, I need you to come to the city and do this show."
Right.
So I also do travel with the show. So.
Okay, great. So you make sure everything is put together. You make sure everything is done correctly in the, as they call it, the green room and all that good stuff, right?
He's everywhere.
Everywhere, like a lot of people don't know, promoting is hard. I'm a type of person. I don't believe in putting flyers on cards. I like to introduce myself.
Yes, you
They
did.
should know who I am, what I do. Google me, Google my company. Come to my show. All I ask is to come to my show, enjoy it. You're gonna enjoy it. That makes me feel good. Every show that I have, I'm always getting inboxes saying, thank you for doing something for the mid crowd here. It's a college town. It's nothing but things for college people.
Right.
But thank you for what you do. And that just boosts me to even do it more. Because when you get people inboxing you saying, how you changed my life. I never went out until I went out with my friends. I went to your show.
Right.
That makes you feel good. That makes you even want to do more.
You gave me something to do positive on the weekend. Exactly. So when did you realize or decided that this is what you wanted to do?
It's kind of funny you asked me that. I want to say about 2 years ago. Y'all know when Kevin Hart came up here? He came in his private jet. Was out there. And he actually sat down. We were just talking. He's a real nice person in person. Just sat down and talked with me. And, when he's telling me about the story, when he first started out, how he started out in small, doing small venues, and then he got bigger. And, just by having a conversation with him, he asked me, he said, "Are you a promoter?" I said, "No, I'm just a manager." He's like, "Man, you need to go ahead and promote." I said, "Well, let me look more into it. You hearing it from Kevin Hart.
Okay.
So let me go ahead and check it out." And like I said, that's how it all. And then when I did my first show, actually, me and Donnell, we actually had couples therapy. We actually was doing it at Nefertari's, and it went good. And then it started getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And then eventually I said, you know what, let me go ahead and try, you know, it could be, because now he got his own band. Okay. So if y'all, you know, out there, y'all want to look him, give me a call. Okay. My phone number is 850-320.
Yeah, that's right. We do need contact information. Give it to us again.
850-320-8447.
Okay, great. So Donnell, I got a question for you. How does it feel to know that your promoter and your manager is all one? You don't have to deal with two people.
It's actually great. Sometimes though, I actually feel bad for him because I've seen behind the scene what it consists of, because I've had my hand at it also, and it was too much. So a lot of times I try to take the heat off of him sometimes by not getting so heavily involved that it has some run, because I realize also he's a husband and a father also. But it's great because I only have to deal with one personality. Exactly. That is a blessing. You know, and I know he has my best interest at heart even when we're not together. So it's a peace, it's a calm, you know, knowing that that person is not only just my manager and my promoter, he's my friend. I know he has my best interest at heart.
Right. And we always need to have someone that has our best interest when you're the artist, or whether like in the future the general contractor. Right. Or whatever it may be, to have someone that you can trust that's gonna say, okay, yeah, this is good. We can do this one. Right. No, we don't want to do this one. We don't want to be bothered with that. You know, it helps, and you know, you have a very important job. You know, artists can get out there and perform, but watching the back, because while he's on stage, somebody's got to make sure everything else is going smooth in the back. You know, from, I guess, from if you doing a change of costume, right, or if you, whatever it is, you know, making sure, especially when it comes to the money.
That's another thing too. You always, if you're gonna be a manager, you always got to be straight up with your artist. Always, no matter what the situation is. Have a meeting with your artist once a month, or either talk to them every other, let them know what's going on. Keep them in the loop, you know, because you got a lot of managers out there that will just take the artist's money and don't even know what's going on. Like, right, take a look at what happened to Freddie Jackson. Yeah, you know, look what his manager did to him. You know, taking money from him, he didn't even know it. Right. You know, so if you're gonna be a manager, I will always say this, and I will always get like I said, I'm gonna get the best advice I can, because you know, I'm here. You know, so, and you just gotta be straight up. You know, you just gotta let them know what's going on, because at that point in time, if you tell your artist, we haven't got this, we haven't got paid, and you knowing you got paid, now you got a trust issue. Yes. And you know, we never had that trust issue, because I'm gonna always believe it, and I'm gonna always stand up and let him know what's going on, keep him in the loop. That's how you build a good relationship with your artist. Right. Exactly. And the thing is, I like about you, you're not spreading yourself too thin. Right. Okay, so he knows that you have your concentration is on him, right, and what he's doing, and that he becomes successful in everything that he does. Because if he's successful, right, you're successful. And what a lot of managers mess up at, they'll go out and get like 10, 15 artists. Then next thing you know, you losing focus on your artist. Like if you know that say you got 5 or 6 artists, and the artist is gonna make you seem like, well, why is you focusing on him? Why you ain't focusing on us? The same. Right. So when he said he wanted to do this CD, I was all directly focused on the CD. Nothing else. You know, that's what you have to do. I'm not saying, you know, I never have another artist. You know, the most I'll probably go with is probably 3. He's gonna share you with me, right? And I will. Ain't 3. So, but like I like the relationship that we have. You know, anything like I said, if anybody try to come up to him, he always gonna tell me he not gonna keep me in the loop. I mean, keep me, let me know.
Let you out. You gonna know what's
He's
going
gonna
on.
Let me know. Call me right up. Hey, I got this going on right here.
And when I approached Donnell, I didn't expect anything less.
Right.
But I just didn't have your contact. But I expected to go just like it did, from him to you, and and then we communicate, and we all know what's going on with each other. Like I told him, I said, well, I figured I had this wonderful idea. Well, since we have you and I had your information, it's like, okay, well, let's do it from the artistic side, and then let's find out in the background how that goes as well. And so our audience will know that it's more to it than just Donnell getting up and singing his melodious voice. There's some work behind it. There's some construction being done in the background.
Like I said, you never know what somebody going through. They always need to get a good laugh in. You just never know. I have some people that come to my show that ain't had cancer. You never would have known it, but they let you see them. That just makes you feel good when you just see them laughing. If I could tell you, if I could have somebody just come to my show and just come and check it out, they gonna have a good time. There's something to do here in Tallahassee. You ain't got to go to Jacksonville, Miami, Atlanta. It's right here, local.
Okay. And we just need to know about it. And put the word out. Exactly.
Yeah. Like I said, if you need tickets, you can actually go on my Facebook page. You can actually order your tickets online.
Okay.
Or you can call me directly at 850-320-8447.
Say it again for me, slow.
850-320-8447. Not many tickets are left. VIP is sold out.
Okay.
So with the VIP, you do get your food with that.
Okay.
So that's why that sells out quick.
I can understand. I can understand.
But there's not many tickets left, so hurry up and go ahead and get your tickets.
Okay.
It's gonna be a fun event. Come on and get your laugh on, have a good time.
Alrighty then. Is there any special words of wisdom that you'd like to share with our audience?
I will always say, keep God first. Anything you're gonna do, pray about it.
Exactly.
He will lead you. He would make sure he give you the answer. It might not be there, for a couple of days. It might not be for a year. But he gonna give it to you. And you'll know it.
Exactly.
So like I say, just be encouraged. If there's somebody out there, that want to do something, like I say, just pray about it. Don't just rush into it.
Right.
Because being a manager promoter, I didn't rush into it. I didn't say, I'm going to do this. I got on my knees and prayed about it.
Exactly.
And he showed me the way, and I've been going ever since.
Right, because sometimes we have to, most of the time it's good if we just take that pause.
Oh, yeah.
And let him tell you, no, that's not me talking to you this time. Or say, okay, yeah, that's it. And sometimes you may have to go back and say, okay, I need another confirmation.
Okay. Right.
Or I need another confirmation. I got the first one, I think, but I need a second one. So yeah, we need to not be so, and I was good for that. I was notorious for that. Somebody come to me with something, okay, yeah, let's do it, or okay, yeah, I'll check into it. But when you get older, there's wisdom.
Okay.
And you learn to say, I'll get back with you on that one. Because like you say, you have to go in and talk to God about it and see what direction he wants to lead you in, because he could say, I didn't send that to you.
That's right.
And then I also want to give a shout out to, if you actually want to get your music recorded, go to Goldie Sound Studio. That's Goldie Sound Studio 80. Tell you, he one of the best I've seen in engineering.
Okay.
So he's right here local in Tallahassee. You got to go
to Atlanta.
He's right next to us.
Okay.
Yeah, he's right up here on Main Street.
Okay.
Look him up, Google him, Goldie Sound Studios, and I also want to give a shout out to Mr. Keith Griffin for producing my actual theme song, Come and Get Your Laugh On, and I do have my artist on sing. He's singing on the track. So be expecting to listen to that at the comedy show.
Okay.
So it's a treat you don't want to miss.
Okay, and y'all gonna check out about that Apple Music thing, right?
Oh yeah.
That's another venue for some
We're
points.
We're finna work on it.
Points.
We need them to get on top of it.
Okay, and as soon as y'all, let me know, cause I pay monthly, so I need to get Donnell, So y'all
work that.
Yeah, y'all check that Apple Music out. In fact, Pastor McFadden is on Apple Music.
He is.
Yes, so that's a point of reference to start with him.
As a matter of fact, he has a song that's number 8 on the gospel music charts. Right
Okay.
now, with the Miami
Mass
Choir.
Choir. Yes. And
What you said, Miami?
yeah, we did. He said
Miami.
from the dirty south. Yeah, the dirty south. See, we can relate. I'm from
Okay.
Riviera Beach, the raw.
We're gonna let him have it.
See, Pastor McFadden and I are from the same place, the raw. Okay. Yeah, but he did say the Miami Mass Choir. But you said you do write.
I do.
Can you play?
Donnell? That's something I wish I learned long ago. Because now, my life is so busy, I don't have the time to do it. But I will say it's much easier, I feel, if I play instruments to do more music. But I do like the fact that Mike brings me music, and they're always instrumental. In my quiet time at home, I have a studio at my house. I put it on repeat, and that's how I write my music. Just listening to instrumentals, I write my hook first, and I build upon it.
Okay.
And, I just, like you said, I consult God first, because he says that the steps of the righteous man are ordered by God. So I put my music on, and I ask God to lead me. And I don't want to just sing something that's going to actually just motivate me. I want something that's going to be transparent to brothers more than anything, because the church is loaded with women, but it lacks natural leaders, which God gave the call to man to lead. And we realize with or without a man, women will go on, but it does not change the position God gave us.
Right.
So I always ask God, give me something that's going to reach a brother, because we often don't like to admit it, but we're more emotional just as much as women.
Right.
We just deal with ours completely different. And so that's why my heart is to reach brothers more so than anything.
Okay.
That's my work.
Now, my dad used to always say that musicians have an extra sense. And we have the eye, the sight, the hearing, the smell, the taste, and the touch. But the sixth one is something that musicians have. And I was wondering if you have, because I used to play in the band, I used to direct the choir, I can play a little bit of the keyboard, I can sing a little bit of something. But have you ever been in a service where someone's a little pitchy, and do you kind of like get the little look?
Well, that's another problem me and my wife have, because when we hear that, sometimes our eyes connect, and it almost looks like we're having too much fun in church.
Yeah, because my husband, when he sits next to me, and someone's a little pitchy, all pitch, and I have my eye closed. Let me show y'all Facebook. My eye will close, kind of funny, and he'll tap me. He'll say, "Stop it, you're doing it." And I think that's one sense that as musicians, you can't hide it.
You can, but also you can also have fun in church, and it's okay to see that. Every now and then, we like, I beg your pardon.
Exactly, but at least we have tact. But you have some people, they're just they need to sit down or whatever. Well, it has really been fun having you all with me for this hour. Donnell Davis, thank you.
I've enjoyed this show.
Okay, Mike Miller, thank you.
Thank you for my supporters for supporting me.
Exactly. And Tallahassee, we ask that you continue supporting Donnell and continue to support Mike. This is Renita Knight Lundy, your hostess with the mostest. And please remember, especially today with it being rainy, be healthy, be safe, be happy, and most of all, please be blessed. Thank you very much.